Artificial intelligence used to sound like science fiction, but now it's part of everyday school life. From ChatGPT and essay generators to AI study tools and even AI teachers, students are using technology in ways we've never seen before. But here's the real question: is AI making learning better? Or is it making us more stressed and dependent and even disconnected? In today's video, we're diving deep into the impact of AI on students in school life, not just academically, but mentally and emotionally. Because while AI promises efficiency and productivity, we're also seeing a rise in anxiety and burnout and academic pressure and a quiet fear of not being good enough without AI. So, is AI actually helping students grow? Or are we unintentionally creating a generation that feels overwhelmed and watched by algorithms and afraid to even make mistakes? This isn't just a tech conversation, it's a human one. Let's get into it.
That was AI generated. I asked ChatGPT to create an introduction for a YouTube video discussing the impact of AI on student efficacy, and this is what it spat out. Good, right? In this day and age, human-made content is more important than ever, especially when in less than a minute, some bot can spit out an intriguing, decidedly structured introduction. As a tutor, I find more and more of my students using AI like Quillbot, Grammarly, and ChatGPT to write their assignments. But how good is this AI content actually? What sets humans apart from our content-generating counterparts? And most importantly, what does this mean for the future of education?
So, that introduction ChatGPT created is okay. It's just fine. As a tutor, I'd probably tell a student it's a C. That's because ChatGPT did not create this. AI bots charged with generating content are not humans. They're not free thinkers. They cannot create. At least, not in the way we can. What they can do, however, is scan the internet for other people's content related to a prompt and rewrite it to meet the criteria of a user. This introduction is so mid because it's a jumbled concoction of other people's YouTube videos and blog posts or even scientific reports. These bots have the whole internet at their fingertips, but so do you. I saw a really great reel the other day that did a fantastic job demonstrating the difference between a thing maker and a thing stealer, in reference to the way AI cannot create, only collate pre-existing concepts. When I tried to find the original post to cite the creator, everything that came up just offered me AI sites dedicated to creating reels for me. So, is AI content actually good? No, no, it's not. It's a poor collaboration devoid of understanding, producing dry, parroted content. That's because of one simple mechanic: AI is not human. It is a tool. AI has many benefits, especially when it comes to research, but AI lacks critical thinking, creativity, and most of all, real life experience. AI can scan the web all it wants, but it will never be able to capture or create what it really means to be human. To have a thought and explore it, to feel an emotion and overcome it, or to work hard on something and see it to fruition. AI can provide us with the nails, but we're the ones who have the hammer. We're the ones that have to research into actual concepts and reports, and above all, information.
What is a homunculus? As my boyfriend would put it, he's a little guy. Homunculus is a concept that varies across the world, from ancient beliefs that it was a fully formed microscopic human, to modern psychology where it corresponds to sensory responses. But one thing we can all agree on is that there's something not quite human about them. A homunculus is a concept that represents something. People. AI can replicate humanity all it likes, but it can never be like us. If you look at content online, read through reports, or even use AI yourself, there is a clear distinction between AI generated and genuinely constructed thoughts of a person. I'm a university student who studies online. I can't afford to move across the country to attend the school I want, but I'm so grateful for the support of my parents and that I even have the ability to attend university at all. What I am not grateful for is the introduction of Professor Chatbot. I'm about to start my 3rd year of psychology at uni, and this past semester, there's been a ridiculous increase in the amount of lectures that are clearly AI generated. From constantly repeated information to concepts that just don't make sense, or even straight up contradict something my lecturer said last week. This introduction has not only made me lose a lot of respect for the institution I pay so much to attend, but also reveals a lot about the consciousness of the homunculus. Having a little guy, an Igor, a robotic servant to do your bidding, produce okay work, and leave you with plenty of free time is a huge temptation that, sadly, people struggle to resist. But the homunculus is not a human. It is a representation of one. A collection of traits we're able to recognize as humanoid, but it, itself, is not human. It can be wrong. It cannot think of original ideas. It cannot conceptualize deeper meaning within our lives, society, or even the universe. It doesn't look up at the sky and ask itself, what's out there? So what gives it the right to become my teacher? To replace speculation with stolen, unconfirmed information? To replace your ability to think with quick, easy answers? Where do we distinguish between an educational tool and an AI academic?
What kind of role does AI play in our education as students, as Australians, and as people of the world? It is my firm belief that education should be free at all levels, for everybody. As a tutor, the number of students stressing over how much their education costs is ridiculous. And I don't just mean my undergraduate students. I mean I have children, in year 8 freaking out that their parents are struggling to send them to school and that they're worried about the kind of life they have in store for them when their ability to learn is impacted by how much money they can make. As I said before, AI is a tool, the kind of tool we can use to make education free and accessible to everyone. It's a cheap and easy way to collate information. And this is what it should be used for. We don't need more AI-generated essays, social media content, or lectures. What we need is a tool designed to organize pre-existing information into packages and then make those learning materials available to everyone. There is a dynamic pandemic of reckless AI usage. It's an illness that will continue to spread across generations, something that will impact our education as students, our lives as a society, and our minds as creative, inspiring individuals.
We are capable of so much more than a machine. We can be more than reposted, rewritten renders of replaceable information. We can do things that haven't ever been done before. We can make something out of nothing. This is what it means to be human, to ask why, to wonder, and to create. S&R, myself and Ryan, we are tutors, but we're also people. We don't just want to educate students, but spread awareness about the things that influence education, teenagers, and society as a whole. We have tons of free content on our website, because your ability to learn, to think, shouldn't be financially restricted. I know this video is different from our usual blogs or posts, but I felt like it was important to talk about the impact that AI has on us now, before 2025 comes to a close. We all need to consider the impact of a world without imagination, creation, and dedication to a brand new cause. We need to consider where we draw the line between the student, the teacher, and the AI academic.